Alright guys, so today I'm actually here by myself, coming at you with an everyday makeup routine. Hey sweeties, welcome back to our channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Nunai. I'm one half of the Yusufs. I do run this channel with my sister, but she's currently not here right now with us, but that's okay because you guys have me. So if you don't know anything about us, we are the Yusufs and we typically make videos about like fashion and lifestyle, that sort of stuff. So if you're into that, make sure to subscribe and also check us out on our Instagram. That's usually where we, slay every day. So yes, head over there and check us out as well. But for today's video, I'm actually going to be sharing with you guys my everyday makeup routine. I love watching videos like this. I could sit around all day watching people just put on makeup and do their hair and all that beautiful stuff. So I just figured, why not add to the fun? I'm not like saying I'm good at makeup or anything like that. By all means, I'm not anywhere close to as good as the queen herself, Jackie Aina. But I mean, I'm like her neighbor. Maybe I'm like across the street from her. I have a couple of skills and I've been watching a lot of makeup related TikToks lately, and I have some TikTok hacks for you guys, honey. So stick around, sweeties, and let's get right into it. All right, so first step, coffee, obviously. Okay, so after I like moisturize and do my whole skincare routine and all that good stuff, I always start off with a primer. The one I usually use is the Benefit one. I think it's called the Professional, yes. It's like the most popular primer out there in my opinion. So I take about that amount and I just, usually focus on my T-zone area. I never used to use a primer, but I figured out that I realized that it's actually really important because it keeps your makeup on all day, and it also protects makeup from going into your pores, I believe. Or maybe I'm just making it up, but I think that it's an important step and I don't skip it anymore. And I just realized that I do not have a mirror, and this is definitely not the no mirror makeup challenge, so let me go ahead and get a mirror. I am back. I got a big old mirror. I can finally do my makeup, and I also decided to wear a headband because, just to stop fussing with my hair. And also I needed to put my crown on because I am a beautiful black queen, okay? So now that I'm nice and primed, my next step is actually a hack that I learned from TikTok. I basically take my translucent powder. I use a Laura Mercier translucent powder. I just put it all over my face, and then what I do is I go in with my Urban Decay setting spray that all over my face, let it dry, and then I go in with my foundation. And I swear to God, you guys, your makeup, not only does it look flawless all day, but it literally stays in place. Like, you look flawless all day long. But just make sure you do not put too much powder on, or else you're gonna look like Casper the Ghost. I basically dust it all over my face, especially the areas that tend to crease, like around my mouth area, on my nose, under my eyes, and on my forehead. I tend to do a lot of expressions with my face. I'm kind of a clown, so I gotta make sure that everything is nicely covered. And then go in with my setting spray and just set it. Okay. Then I basically just let it, dry before I go in with my foundation. Okay, so next step is my foundation. I take a damp beauty blender and I either usually use the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation in Rich Ginger or the Fenty Beauty Foundation in number 350. Today I'll be using the Estee Lauder one because I have a bit of a tan. I literally take the tiniest amount of foundation. So I use the smallest amount of foundation because I do like that natural look. I don't really like to look too dolled up every day, you know? I just like to look like, you know, I have just flawless skin naturally. You know what I mean, sweeties? So you don't want to overdo it too much. Just a little bit goes a long way. And just put it all over my face, mainly in the center. I usually get my eyelids too because I feel like instead of using concealer, it's a little bit less lightweight to just like take the excess foundation from your beauty blender and just like cancel out any pigmentation on your eyelids. Just to give your, you know, eyeshadow a blank canvas. Next step is concealer. So I use the NARS Creamy Concealer in Caramel. And I have another TikTok hack for you guys. So instead of like the usual way you would put on a concealer, which is just like right under your under eye, maybe even in a triangle shape. So what I learned is that if you put the concealer right here, and then also here, in like a wing shape. If you do your concealer this way, apparently it gives you like a naturally, you know, brow lift, eye lift effect, kind of like Bella Hadid. So I've actually been doing this for a couple of days and I'm kind of into it. So that's what I'll do today too. And I don't really put on a lot of concealer. I just find that too much concealer can kind of make you look too cakey throughout the day. And it like creases and like it just kind of looks messy for me at least. Probably because I'm not a professional makeup artist or anything like that. So I've just been doing this technique for a few days now and I find that it looks great. And just around my nose area and my chin. And then I go in with more translucent powder and just basically set my concealer and my foundation. Not so much bake, but like kind of just work the product around in circular motions. So once I look like the moon emoji, I like to go in and just kind of start contouring and bronzer and just kind of putting color back into my face. I then go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. And I kind of just use the bottom 3 brown colors. And I just go in and start. I really just contour my cheekbone area and my double chin. And also my temple area as well. And then I take a small fluffy brush and then I also just do a very slight nose contour as well. Just so that my nose doesn't look too washed out with all that powder. I like to just put some color back into my nose as well, some shadows. I'm not even sure if this makes any difference, but it does for me. So next up is bronzer. I just use the Benefit Hoola bronzer. It's like that. And I just use the brush that it comes with. And I just basically put it all in the spots where I contoured, and also basically like the outer parts of my face, and also a little bit on my nose. I just love how like sun-kissed it makes me look, basically. So I just basically put it all over my face. Not really sure if this is the correct application technique, but this is what I do. Up next is blush. So I have been using this NYX blush for about a year now. It's like this bright orange color. It's so pigmented, so it's pretty scary to apply because basically if I put on too much, I could literally ruin my entire makeup that I've done so far. So a little bit goes a long way. So I just take a little bit like that, pat it on my arm or my hand, the back of my hand, and then just apply the product on and just build up from there. It's like the prettiest, like naturally orange color. And I just love how it looks with my skin tone. Once I'm done that step, I usually do my eyes, but I actually don't really put on eyeshadow. I just take the same blush, I take the smallest amount, and I just put it on my crease area, just to kind of like bring color to that area. And I actually don't put anything else on my eye. Maybe a little bit more bronzer too, just to kind of define the crease. I take a little bit more bronzer and I just put it in like on my brow bone area, just to kind of give that section there, just to give my brow bone area a little bit more definition and a little bit more color in this area. So then with eyeliner, I use the Kat Von D eyeliner in like the tattoo black color, and this is the most challenging part of my makeup routine because this is like the part that usually makes me late for everything, because I'll do one perfectly and the other one I'll completely like mess up and I'll just have to keep fixing it. So what I do now is I just like basically focus on the outer cat part of the cat eye. I don't really like to apply my eyeliner on the entire eye. I just kind of focus on the outer part of the cat eye. And then I usually just go in with mascara. To be honest with you, I never wear lashes. It's just too, like I literally cannot apply lashes for the life of me. So I either do individual like lash extensions, or I just put a ton of mascara on. Not a ton, but like maybe a couple of coats. And the mascara I use is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I just love how like This mascara makes my eyelashes look like they're falsies. Like they kind of look like Ardell Wispies. I'm just kidding. That's kind of a reach, but it does a pretty good job at like defining each lash and not like clumping them up together. And it also like kind of makes me feel like I have really long eyelashes. So I love this product. So next is highlighter. I usually do highlight twice during my everyday makeup routine. I know that sounds crazy, but the first highlight is right after I prime my face. I put on this like NARS liquid illuminator just at the high points of my face right before I actually like put on my foundation and all of that. I find that with this step, it actually makes me look like, you know, like that sun-kissed, like glowy, like glowing within look. This really helps with that. But at this stage of my makeup, I usually use, I highlight again with a powder highlight, and I use this NARS Duo highlight. And I just highlight the high points of my face. So I'm really picky with my highlighters. I really hate when highlighters are like too, like, it literally looks like there's glitter on your face. I don't like that look. I just like it to be really subtle and like just glowy looking. So I don't overdo it. I just put it on like the smallest amount. Definitely goes a long way, and literally that's all. I know what you guys are thinking. What about your brows, sweetie? I actually do my brows last because thank you, Lord, thank God, I have been blessed with very bushy, thick eyebrows, so I don't really do much to them. I do fill them in a little bit. I use the Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I think that's what it's called. Anyways, it's really thin, so it looks like just like it draws like really thin, fine, like hair like strokes. So I go in with that, and I literally just fill in the parts that are missing, just like that. I have like the lamest brow routine. That's why I usually do it last. I just like draw in little tiny strokes throughout my brow, make them a little bit more bushier. I like that like bushy brow look because I find that kind of makes you look youthful and young. So I just embrace it, why not? And then I just brush it up. Brush, brush, brush. And that's about it for my brows. Just very wild, natural, fluffy brows. That's my jam. And then the most important step for my brows is I always have to have brow gel, because I swear to God, if it's even like the slightest bit windy out, my brows will blow in the wind and go crazy. So I actually keep this in my purse, and I'll apply it if my brows end up looking wild throughout the day. So I use the Benefit Brow Gel. Just kind of helps my brows stay in place. Some brow gels, I hate that they like clump up and like they have like a white residue. I don't like that. This one is tinted, so it kind of is like the same color as my brows. So it matches perfectly. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to just go in with some setting spray. And just let it dry, honey. Finally, we're at the last step, y'all. Bear with me. Moving on to lips. I usually do like a soft pink lip or a red, like a bright red. So this has been my favorite lately. It's L'Oreal. It's like a reddish, pinkish, like a liquid lip. So I'm just gonna put that on my lips. I usually apply the product just on the center of my lip, and then I just dab the rest onto the remainder of my lip. So I just clean that up with a Q-tip, and then I clean my hands. And then just to like make it look more crisp, because red lips can get a little bit messy, I do take like a red pencil, a lip liner, and just kind of line my lips. All right, sweeties, so that's it for my everyday makeup routine. What do you guys think? Am I a beauty guru or nah? I'm just kidding. Like I mentioned before, I'm not the best makeup artist or anywhere close to like Queen Jackie Aina or anything like that, so please don't come for me in the comments. But do comment down below and tell me what you guys think. Let me know if you have any suggestions or any like great products I should try out. I'm always in the market for that. But if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching, sweetie. And if you're new here, do not forget to subscribe, and also check us out on Instagram, where we love to just like post, you know, outfit inspo and just like talk a lot of crap. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.